You've been doing this for years. Flight comes up. You get your boarding pass on your phone, you take a screenshot. Because what happens if the Wi-Fi dies? The screenshot saves you. Except in 2026, that exact habit is getting travelers pulled out of the boarding line right at the gate door. Airlines have quietly rolled out new gate scanner technology, and these machines are actively rejecting static screenshots. Not occasionally. Every time. The image you saved as a backup? The system now flags it as invalid. And while you're standing there confused, everyone else boards. Today we're going through 5 gate traps that are catching prepared travelers completely off guard this year, and the one move you need to make right now, so none of them ever affect you. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Here's what changed. Old gate scanners read a simple pattern of squares, a static barcode. A screenshot was perfectly fine because the machine just needed to see the pattern. The 2026 scanners are different. Airlines and airports have rolled out dynamic digital boarding passes, and these new readers are specifically calibrated to detect a live encrypted security token. That token exists inside the official airline app or your digital wallet. It updates in real time. It's a live document. A screenshot is a dead photo. There is no live token. The scanner looks for it, finds nothing, and throws a red X. You get pulled out of line. The gate agent sighs. 150 impatient people stare at you. Your boarding group finishes boarding without you. The fix is coming, but first you need to understand why everything else you thought was a backup is also failing. You decided to skip the screenshot this time. Smart. You're going straight to your photo gallery to pull up the boarding pass image instead. Here's the problem with that. The new gate pillars are packed with NFC near-field communication technology. The same technology that powers Apple Pay and Google Pay. And the moment you hold your phone near that scanner, the NFC chip in the gate pillar triggers your phone's payment system. Your credit card pops up and covers your boarding pass. Full screen. Right as the agent is waiting for you to scan. Now you're standing there, swiping away your digital wallet. Your boarding pass is buried underneath it. The line behind you is groaning, and your boarding group is 3 steps from the door. This isn't a phone glitch. It's a predictable collision between 2 different NFC signals. And it happens because your boarding pass is sitting in your photo gallery, not in the one place that handles this automatically. Which brings us to the actual fix. Okay, screenshot rejected. NFC hijack avoided. You decide you'll just open the airline app fresh at the gate. Simple. Done. Except here's what gate areas actually look like in 2026. 200 people. All of them simultaneously refreshing airline apps, checking messages, pulling up maps. All of them on the same overloaded terminal Wi-Fi. The network is completely saturated. And airline apps, unlike your messages or your browser, need to connect to a server to display your QR code. No connection means no QR code. The app just spins. Loading screen, nothing. You're standing at the podium. The agent is waiting. The scanner is right there. And your boarding pass simply will not appear because the app cannot reach the server. This is not bad luck. Gate areas are consistently the worst Wi-Fi dead zones in any airport. And the more crowded the flight, the worse the problem gets. The good news, there is one solution that completely sidesteps this. And it works with zero Wi-Fi, zero signal, and zero connection of any kind. We're getting to it right now. This is the trap that catches the most prepared traveler in the room, the one who planned ahead. You opened the airline app in the Uber on the way to the airport. Boarding pass right there on screen. Looking perfect. You put your phone in your pocket and handled check-in, security, a coffee, some shopping. By the time you reach the gate, your boarding pass is ready to go. Except it isn't. Here's what happened while your phone was in your pocket. Smartphone operating systems restrict background app activity to save battery life. When an airline app sits idle in the background for too long without interaction, the system cuts its network access. The boarding pass token, the live encrypted data that makes the QR code valid, has expired. You now have to force quit the app, reopen it, wait for it to reload. Which brings us right back to trap number 3. This is a cascade, and the only way to break it is to store your boarding pass someplace that doesn't depend on any of this. Here it is, the one move that makes every single trap on this list completely irrelevant. Add your boarding pass to your native digital wallet, Apple Wallet or Google Wallet, before you leave for the airport. Here's exactly how to do it. Open your airline app. Find your boarding pass. Look for the button that says Add to Apple Wallet or Add to Google Wallet. Tap it. Done. 15 seconds of work. Here is why this beats every trap we just talked through. Your digital wallet stores the dynamic encrypted token locally, directly on your device. Not on a server, not in the cloud. On the phone, in your hand. That means no Wi-Fi required, no app refresh, no background kill. The token updates automatically if there are gate changes, again, locally, without needing a connection. The wallet also handles the NFC interaction correctly. When you hold your phone near the gate scanner, the wallet knows to present the boarding pass, not Apple Pay. No hijack, no credit card pop-up. Clean scan, every time. And because the token is live and dynamic, the new gate readers accept it immediately. No screenshot rejection. No red X, green light. You walk through. Airlines and airports built these gate scanners with the digital wallet in mind. The screenshot habit just never got updated to match. Last one. And this one hits right at the gate door. You're rushing. You've got a coffee in one hand, a carry-on rolling behind you, your jacket over your arm. You're flustered. Maybe you're warm. Maybe you're wearing sunglasses or a mask. Your boarding pass is inside an app that requires Face ID to open. The camera scans your face, doesn't recognize you. Scan fails. Now you have to manually type your PIN, one-handed, at the podium, while the agent watches and the line piles up behind you. It sounds minor, but at a gate that's already running 2 minutes behind, a 20-second PIN entry can be the difference between boarding and being told the door is closed. Here's the part the digital wallet fixes automatically. When the gate scanner sends an NFC signal to your phone, your wallet opens and presents the boarding pass without requiring Face ID, a fingerprint, or a PIN. The scanner triggers it directly. Your face, your sweat, your sunglasses, none of it matters. One tap, green light. You're through. One final thing before we wrap up, because no system is completely foolproof. Battery dies, screen cracks, phone falls in the bathroom sink an hour before boarding. Go to the check-in desk when you arrive at the airport and ask for a printed paper boarding pass. It costs nothing. It weighs nothing. It folds into your passport. And it works at every gate reader regardless of what technology they're running. Digital wallet first. Paper backup second. Screenshot never. Airlines watched every expose video, every Reddit thread, every viral post breaking down their sneaky fees and hidden traps, and then they upgraded. What I'm about to walk you through are not the tricks you already know about. These are newer, quieter, and honestly, a lot more calculated than what came before. 7 of them, added or heavily expanded in 2026, all designed around one core assumption that you won't know they exist until it's too late to do anything about it. And by the end of this video, you will be the most prepared person at that airport. Let's start with one that sounds small, but has genuinely cost people their flights. When your gate changes, the airline logs it in their system immediately, but the notification that hits your phone, that arrives 4 to 7 minutes later. For most travelers, that gap is annoying, but manageable. But for anyone who is mobility limited, traveling with young kids, or just grabbed a coffee 2 terminals away, that 4 to 7 minute delay is the entire window they needed to make it to the new gate on time. And here is what makes this feel less like a tech glitch and more like a system. Airlines know the gap exists. It has been flagged. It has not been fixed. My tip is genuinely simple. Download FlightAware or a similar real-time tracking app and set it to your flight number before you leave for the airport. These apps pull gate data directly from airport systems, faster than airline apps do. Okay, this one is going to make you look at the seat map very differently next time you book. You go to pick your seat. The aisle seats are unavailable, grayed out, blocked, gone. So you either pay for a preferred seat or you settle for a middle. And then, almost exactly 24 hours before departure, those aisle seats suddenly appear. For a fee. The scarcity was manufactured. The seats were never sold. They were held back, specifically to create pressure and then monetize the panic of passengers who just want to sit somewhere reasonable on a 3-hour flight. The move here: screenshot the seat map the moment you book, then check it again at the 24-hour mark. If seats that were unavailable are suddenly available for a price, you have your answer. Use that 24-hour check-in window to grab whatever opened up before paying a cent for it. Your flight gets significantly delayed. The gate agent walks over, helpful, sympathetic, and offers you a travel voucher. It feels like they are doing you a favor. They are not doing you a favor. A 2024 Department of Transportation rule says that for cancellations and significant delays, airlines are required to give you a cash refund, back to your original payment method. No forms, no waiting, no vouchers. But if you accept that voucher in the moment, verbally or by signing anything, you may have just waived your right to the cash. So when a delay hits and someone offers you a voucher, the words you need are,
"I'd like a cash refund under the DOT automatic refund rule."
Say it calmly. Say it clearly. You are entitled to it. They are counting on you not knowing that. Here is one where airlines get full marks for audacity. Overhead bin space has been shrinking. That is a documented, measurable fact across multiple major carriers over the last several years. Bins got smaller, carry-on policies got stricter, and more bags got forced to gate check. And then, right as passengers started feeling genuine anxiety about whether their bag would fit, airlines rolled out priority boarding. For a fee. So you could board early enough to actually find overhead space. They engineered the problem. Then, they sold you the solution. Now, I am not saying never buy priority boarding. Sometimes it genuinely makes sense, especially on full flights. But know what you are actually paying for. You are paying to solve a problem the airline created on purpose. At least go in with your eyes open. Quick one, but it adds up fast, especially if you book multiple trips a year. Travel insurance is now pre-checked at checkout on most major booking platforms. You have to actively uncheck it, and the default coverage being offered? A huge percentage of travel credit cards already include it automatically. Delayed baggage, trip cancellation, emergency medical. A lot of cards, Chase Sapphire, Amex Platinum, Capital One Venture cover these things as a card benefit when you book travel on that card. Before your next trip, spend 5 minutes looking at your credit card's travel benefits page. Not the marketing summary, the actual benefits guide. You might already be covered for things you have been paying extra for at checkout every single time. This one works in slow motion, which is exactly why it works so well. Airlines quietly raise the number of miles needed to redeem a flight. No announcement, no email. The rate just changes on a page most people never check, and the miles sitting in your account silently become worth less overnight. Delta, United, and American have all adjusted redemption rates multiple times in the last 2 years. A flight that cost 25,000 miles last January might cost 35,000 today. Same flight, same route. The move. If you have miles sitting in an account, check their current value right now. Use a site like the Points Guy to see what your miles are actually worth in real dollars today. And if you have been sitting on a big balance, waiting for the perfect redemption, that balance may not go as far as you think. Last one. And this might be the most important one on the entire list. Your flight gets canceled. The airline offers to rebook you free of charge. It sounds like the right move. You accept, you get put on the next available flight, and you move on. But here is what nobody tells you. Accepting that complimentary rebook can legally waive your right to a full cash refund. Under DOT rules, A cancellation entitles you to your money back, not a future flight, your actual money. But once you accept the rebook, especially if you confirm it without asking about your refund option first, you have potentially given up that right. So the next time a cancellation happens, before you accept anything, ask one question.
Am I still entitled to a full cash refund under the DOT cancellation policy?
If the answer is yes and you would rather have the money back, that is your legal right. They will not volunteer that information. You have to ask.
You're standing at the priority gate. Bags ready, first in line, proud of that priority status. Stop. That decision could cost you more than you think. Airlines didn't create senior boarding perks for your comfort. They created them to keep you trapped in a seat for 40 extra minutes. That's 40 minutes of restricted circulation. Airlines have built an entire system around senior compliance. And most travelers over 60 walk right into it every single flight. But not after today. These are 10 airport traps specifically designed to catch you off guard. Mistake number 1, rushing to board. You think Group 1 wins the bin space war, but have you heard the new sound of American airports? American and United have installed sensors that scream at you if you scan before your group is called. But here's the real secret. As soon as your ticket scans, the airline stops their delay clock. They trap you in the jet bridge, a freezing, unventilated tunnel, for 20 minutes just to pad their on-time stats. Sit down, let the lice fight. Board last. The plane literally cannot leave without you once you check in. If they delay you for 4 hours, they will hand you a $15 digital food voucher. Do not click accept yet. In 2026, airlines are sneaking a settlement clause into the terms and conditions of that $15 sandwich. By accepting the voucher, you might be digitally signing away your right to the $650 cash compensation under EU Regulation 261 or the new US DOT refund rules. Ask the agent directly, does this voucher waive my right to statutory cash compensation? Watch them freeze. You walk up to the gate. The camera stares at you. The agent says, just look here. It feels mandatory. It is not. As of spring 2026, TSA expanded touchless ID to 65 airports, but they forgot to tell you that 99% of people can still opt out. You have the legal right to say, I am opting out, and use your physical ID. The fix: don't build their database for free. Keep your biometric data off the server. Opt out. You ask for a fragile sticker to keep your bag safe. Baggage handlers have admitted to me, this sticker is a target. In the pit, a fragile bag breaks the flow. It requires special stacking. When a handler is rushing 50 bags a minute, your high-maintenance sticker often gets your bag buried at the bottom of the stack out of spite. Don't use a sticker. Use a polycarbonate hard shell that can take the hit. This is the specific 2026 trap. London Heathrow dropped the 100 ml liquid rule. You buy a giant bottle of whiskey there, then you connect in Rome. Guess what? Rome didn't drop the rule. Security confiscates your $200 bottle because the new scanners aren't universal yet. The liquid freedom is a lie. Do not buy duty-free liquids until your final leg. You see a USB port on the seatback screen. You plug in. You just made a mistake. USB ports transfer data and power. We are seeing juice jacking attacks where the seatback entertainment system itself, or a modified kiosk, siphons data from your phone the moment it handshakes. Use the power brick and the wall outlet. It creates a physical firewall between you and the plane. You kept the airline apple for a snack later. Big mistake. U.S. Customs recently updated their zero-tolerance agriculture policy. An undeclared apple in your bag is a biosecurity violation. The fine is no longer a warning. It is instant. $500 to $1,000. And you lose your global entry status instantly. Leave the food on the plane. The booth says 0% commission. That is technically true, but look at the rate. The real exchange rate is 1.10. They are selling it to you at 1.25. They hid the fee in the spread. You are paying a 15% idiot tax just for convenience. Walk past the booth. Use a bank ATM in the city. The agent says the flight is full. They are lying, or rather they are lazy. 10 minutes before departure, crew rest seats and blocked elite seats are often released back into the inventory. Once you board, open the airline app, refresh the seat map. If you see a go seat, open up an economy plus, just move. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Finally, the lost bag payout. They will offer you $50 for essentials, Reject it. As of December 28th, the Montreal Convention liability limit was raised. They now owe you up to 1,519 SDRs. That is roughly $2,000 USD for your reasonable expenses. Buy the nice suit. Keep the receipt. Quote, Montreal Convention Article 22, and watch them cut the check. Montreal Convention Article 22. Now that you know the surface-level tricks, let me explain the psychology. Airlines spent billions studying human behavior. They know exactly how to push your buttons. Take the gate lice alarm. It's not about orderly boarding. It's about public shaming. That beep when you scan early, everyone turns to look. You feel embarrassed. Next time you follow the rules perfectly, but following their rules costs you money. Think about the meal voucher trap. They're banking on your hunger. 4 hours into a delay, you're starving. That $15 voucher looks like salvation. You click accept without reading anything. Congratulations. You just saved them 635s. The face scan? They make it seem routine, like checking your ID. But you're training their AI, building their database, for free. Every face they scan improves their facial recognition accuracy by 0.001%. Multiply that by millions of passengers. You're not a customer. You're unpaid labor. Here's what nobody talks about. Airlines operate in a legal gray zone. International flights cross jurisdictions. Different countries, different rules. They exploit every gap. That Montreal Convention I mentioned, most people have never heard of it. Airlines count on that. They offer you peanuts, hoping you don't know your rights. Same with EU 261 compensation. Delayed in Europe? You could be owed 600 euros, but they'll offer you a coffee voucher instead. And 90% of people take it. Why? Because we're tired. We just want to get home. They know this. Think airlines work alone? Think again. Airports are complicit. Those currency exchange booths, airports take a cut of that 15% spread. The more you lose, the more they make. Credit card companies are in on it too. That free priority pass lounge access, read the fine print. Blackout dates, guest fees, restrictions that make it nearly useless. Even the TSA plays along. Pre-check isn't about security, it's about data collection. They know more about your travel patterns than you do.